Okay, take who knows how many. There's a whole lot. So to get into something, I just want to talk on here for a while. I don't know if it's going to be how good it'll be, but I guess I'll tell by the title. Pay attention to the prefixes on there. This might be the best video that's ever been on YouTube. I don't really foresee that right now. Or it could be one of the worst that a Christian has ever made on YouTube. So anywhere in between. So let's go. Do something interesting here. Where am I at here? You see that? What? Okay, I gotta scroll all the way down there again because it didn't keep my place. Okay, that old TOL Jiggy here, his Hanukkah rapture, he reposted his Sunday thing. Anyway, it's all over the place. It ain't like it's just here, but we're looking at a Hanukkah rapture, right? We're looking at like, is it possible? Like he has a question on there. Is it possible Hanukkah rapture this year? I mean, either what's going to happen is what's going to happen. Let's give me a good visual here. What's going to happen is what's going to happen. So, have you ever thought like if we talk about it, that means it's not going to happen? I think a lot of people believe that. I remember my biological brother used to believe that. Probably not good. So. Anyway, but I mean that could be a bad thing, or that could be a. I don't think it's that way. Even though there is there is something in what is it, quantum physics, where they talk about that, but who knows if that's even true? That might be that so-called scientific report might actually be some kind of spell, a lie, or something. So I don't know about that. I'm talking about the phenomenon. If you talk about something, it won't happen, type of deal. But you ever feel that way when it comes to something like a rapture or something like that happening? I don't think it's that way, you know. Okay, let's kind of move on from that and say, well, I'm not saying, like I'm going to talk about some things in mid-December here. We're going to talk about some mid-December stuff here. And the whole time I'm not saying it's rapture. But the whole time I'm saying, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Like I've always said, properly. Sometimes I thought we would be gone by the year, and I tell people we're going to be gone by this. I lost $50 this year on a bet. We'd be gone by October or something like that. I said that about a year before, around this time last year, beginning of this year. I've done that, but we don't, you don't say, you pick a date and say like, yeah, well, it looks like the rapture right here. You don't do that. You know what I mean? And by the way, I think that's a main thing. The way I see it, that's a main thing that September 23rd stuff taught a lot of us. I'm not talking about people that are out, or I don't know where they're at. I don't know. There's some kind of new age something. I don't know what they're doing. I'm talking about like us. When I say us, really, I mean people in the body of Christ. But you make it more specific. Us here in this little community, whatever, talking communication community here, group that's in the body of Christ. It's all that 923 stuff. And I'm still searching on what this. Okay, I got a number. You seen that number about 3 months ago. number I had was 59232. And at the end of one of my videos about 2 or 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, feels like, somewhere in there, I showed some math with that number. I don't know if you caught it. I showed it at the very end of it. Things together. Right now I'm just talking. I haven't had about that number and the things that I was talking about. I haven't got a message. Haven't been pushed forward to do a message about it all. Yet I'm still like looking at it, praying on it and stuff. So I keep your attention here. Let's get to this stuff tied in. Okay, I commented on there, something biblically extreme is happening in December 2025. I do know that. As far as I know, it could very well be the rapture, or not quite yet. I don't know. But I'm expecting this December 2025 something. I'm still trying to figure out what that something is, but let's look at some stuff. This person commented, "Make room for God." Commented, "New Avatar movie, one eye symbolism, blah blah, titled Fire and Ash, December 19th." Okay, I don't know much about this movie stuff, so yeah. But next big boxing match, Jacob, which is Israel, versus Joshua, which is Christ, titled Judgment Day. Okay, we've seen them do stuff like this before, but okay, December 19th. Three-Eye Atlas closest to Earth, December 19th. Yeah, reportedly supposed to be. Yep. New Moon, December 19th, 20th. And that reminds me of something that Kim Fisher says. I've talked with Kim Fisher, and she thinks the rapture would, from what she's gathered over the years, would most likely be on a new moon. You know, not a full moon, but a new moon. And I do too, for other reasons. Too, but just saying, just putting that out there. And new moon, 19th, 20th. End of Hanukkah. I got December 19th about being the 4th day of Hanukkah. That's the way I have it on. I think what's it called? TorahCalendar.com has it right. It's more about the 19th is about the 4th day, or somewhere around there, right in the middle of Hanukkah. And lastly, December 21st is also the winter solstice, as well as it'll be, some people have likened that to be the midnight of the year, the midnight of the year type of thing, whatever. Okay, it's something. But this person says, it'll be 77 years, 7 months, and 7 days since the founding of Israel on May 14th, 1948. Okay, cool. You probably read comments like this and stuff. I'm just talking about them. They say something seems to be lining up for the December 19th area. Something about the Epstein files on the 19th. I don't really know much or anything about that, but okay, this person's talking about Trump to unveil peace agreement on the December 15th. What's the deal with that? I see. So what's the scoop on that anyway? I heard Aaron from Got a Minute saying recently that it was moved to January or something. I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that, and maybe you could look into that, but and says here on the news I could find on a web search here, this is from 4 days ago, Trump to unveil Board of Peace on December 15th. It's from 4 days ago, and they don't have anything sooner than that. Say peace and safety, sudden destruction. We talked about that. Was that little boy? He was talking about the spinning rock, and it looked like it reminded me of Three Eye Atlas and stuff like that. What? Oh, come on, bro. When she was hearing Trump say 15, I think 15 was in there. 16, 17, 18, and then he yelled 19. 15, supposed to be the peace, board of peace thing. 19 is where all these connections seem to be going here. And I'll say here, Yalza, and that's smack dab in the middle of Hanukkah. In 2020, which I've been led to, long story, I've been led to the total solar eclipse that happened at day 4 of Hanukkah then. December 2020. It was day 4 of Hanukkah. It was a total solar eclipse. Let's go there. That, how about the word of the hour? Word of the day or the word of the hour here? Very cool, man. 2 Peter chapter 1, man. This is very, very good. I like it. But 2 Peter chapter 1. Okay. Verse 3. According as his divine power has given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of him that has called us to glory and virtue. Okay. 2 Peter 1:3. Okay, and actually I misspoke. Sorry, I've been tired and I got my info wrong there. That the one on, this is December 14th, 2020. The one I was talking about where I had the prophetic word of Rapanui for some reason, I call it that. It was since I got a word about something that in 2024, before we searched for it and stuff. Yeah. That's the one in 2020, middle of Hanukkah. And back here, okay. Back. The one that crossed it here, hold up. That's December 14th, 2020. It was, bam, bam. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. The one that it crossed it, I forgot all the things I said about it. Apparently that was 2024. Rapanui one. That was the April 8th, 2024. Let's go to that one. Total solar. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, Easter Island, the Rapanui's right there. It's right in the middle of it right there. Okay. Okay. Right there. Okay. See that? Got it. Okay. That was amazing. So it's October 2nd, solar eclipse annular 2024. Okay. And the other one that crossed there was that this was in the middle of 5 years ago, December 14th, 2020. 2020, 5 years ago from now. So, went backwards there, but bam. Doodly dee. I'm kind of right there. Where's it at? Is that it? That's it. It's probably directly on there. Let me find it here. One we used to, because we've seen. See, we're forgetting the signs that we've already seen before. They're not like, oh, we've seen a sign 3 or 5 years ago, or 10 or 2 or whatever it is. Sometimes we're forgetting them. I remember that one that I'm not going to go back to it right now, but it started in Eugene. Remember that one started in Eugene, Washington? Or is that Oregon? I think it's Washington, right? Yeah. Which means royal birth. That's where it started on land. Then it exited land at Corpus Christi, Body of Christ. Then the next time it exited land was Natal, Brazil, which means place or time of one's birth. Okay, let's rediscover this. What was the first American solar eclipse one was in 2018, was it? 2017, wasn't it? And then it was in 2024. But the ones that cross Rapanui are the second one here, and that's the mid Hanukkah one, the 2 and the 10 here. And the October 2nd, 2024 one, the annular, looks like a wedding ring one. Okay. Now the other one's worth mentioning here is the 8. That's the one that, that's the number on here. In chronological order, December 14th, 2020, the mid Hanukkah one. Then the October 14th, 2023 one, that's the one that started in royal birth. Then it ended, its endpoints on land, royal birth, Body of Christ, Natal, Brazil. Natal, place or time of one's birth. Okay. And the one that crossed that, you remember that one that crossed that, April 8th, 2024. That was the second part of the Great American Solar Eclipse. And you see where it crossed there. Didn't it cross where the biggest cross is? There's a whole lot of signs with that. That's just one that I remember. You know, we could go in that Rapture, Indiana, or the Great American Solar Eclipse. We've talked about that for years. Okay, these things. But there's the second Great American Solar Eclipse one. Okay. And the October 2nd, 2024. That's annular. April and October 2023. That was annular too. That was wedding ring too. Both 8 and 10 were wedding ring eclipses. Just saying, it looks like a wedding ring. Both of those are wedding. That was a wedding ring eclipse that went through royal birth, Body of Christ, place or time of one's birth. This one, October 2024, goes through Rapanui, which I woke up to a prophetic word on, October 2024 annular. So here's the ones. That's the ones I'm looking at. That one. Okay, so you see. Okay. So you see. Okay. It's the main stars of this. So that one. These are solar eclipses, and they're all total. The those four are all totals, which includes annular solar ring. That one. That one. That one. That one. I discovered that the other one that's in the neighborhood is this one, September 21st, 2025. Remember that? That's that 12 number right there with the 9 and 10. September 21st, 2025. That was that. Heck, was that parcel there? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's the rapture. There were signs. I know people think, oh, the time has come and gone, so that didn't mean anything or something. Right? No, I don't think so. I'm going to study these. I'm going to research these items, like the islands, the names of them or something. This is the other intersection out in the Pacific that I haven't did that. That it's right smack dab where there's Easter Island, the red one. But right here is where this other intersection is. Just ba-ba-bam, ba-ba-bam. In case you want to know what I'm looking at. The 9 and the 10 there. The second part of the Great American Solar Eclipse and the October 2nd Wedding Ring 2024 eclipse. They have an intersection right there, you see it? And the other ones, the 2 and the 10, we've already seen they run right through Rapanui. And you could go and research this yourself, and let's have a little fun here. Let's go ahead and read. We're having fun here. I know a lot of people ain't got time for this, but hey, here's what it is. We're studying together. Do you ever do studies like this? If so, study them with me here. Okay. The current Polynesian name of the island Rapa Nui, Big Rapa. I ain't gonna go over all of it, but I'm gonna hit the main points here. They call it Easter Island now. Base Islands, it was named. The phrase Te Pito o Te Henua has been said to be the island's original name since French ethnologist Alfonso there gave it a romantic translation, the navel of the world. They're saying here, but they're taking too much credit here. Exactly. That's what, European explorers often do. Probably explorers that are human of all types, too. William Churchill inquired about the phrase and was told that there were 3 Te Pito o Te Henua. These being the 3 capes. These being the 3 capes, land's ends of the island. The phrase appears to have been used in the same sense as the designation Land's End at the tip of Cornwall. He was unable to elicit a Polynesian name for the island and concluded that there may not have been one. Anyhow, according to Barthel, 1974, oral tradition has it that the island was first named. Oral tradition has it, according to this guy here, that the island was first named Tapito o Te Kanaikai Hau Maka, meaning the little piece of land of Hau Maka. However, there are 2 words pronounced Pito in Rapa Nui, one meaning end and one navel, and the phrase can thus also mean the navel of the world. Another name, Matakite Rangi, means eyes looking to the sky. So, the two ways to take it, the navel of the world, end or navel. And that's what I got in the prophetic word I was waking up to, end. Navel, end, birth, birthing. I forgot the exact words and something like it. But yeah, but that's what I was getting. That's what I got in there. And so here, reading this, the navel of the world. Another name, eyes looking to the sky. Um, so, wow. So you could read that. This is a Wikipedia thing, and they give sources for it here. They won't give you a. Hey, I don't think there's anything else. Let's see here. Hip hip. But that's, yeah. That's it right there.